How's this lighting, by the way? I feel like my face is gray. I don't know if you can really can you see me well?
I
Not
can
that
see
you
you
would
well.
want to
It
see me
just,
better, but
I think our audience does. Hey, can I say something?
Well, what's up?
I went to Yankee Stadium.
That's so cool. Is that your first time?
It's the first time in 2 years.
So
It didn't.
how was
it didn't
Juan
feel like
Soto?
I was away. Juan Soto, I couldn't find. So there's one guy that looked like him. He was wearing number 22, and I heard that Soto wears number 22. He was rounding the bases, so I thought it might have been Soto, but he was a little whiter than Soto, a little taller, I think, a little lankier. He had a second deck home run, which landed in our section. We were in like the section right above the short porch. So
Wow.
number 22 hit a ball to the second deck. I mean, I don't know.
So wait,
Similar
so
vibes.
you were there. You were kind of there for a historic day, though. No, like that's kind of
I
a
was
crazy
there
day
the
for
day
you.
after the historic day. I was there on the Sunday
Oh.
game after the 20-run game, which, we scored 12 runs when I went, so 32 runs in 2 days. It was
Not bad.
it was also the day after that the torpedo bat thing came out, so literally everyone in the stadium, that's all people could talk about. And also it was like the first 2 innings, every time the Yankees made contact, the ball was like out of the park. Judge hits a home run in the first inning. Like it was just I don't even know how to describe the feeling. It was like just a party. Like we were there. Everyone knows that the Yankees are just gonna, crush the Brewers. It was fucking Aaron Savale. No one trusts that guy. Like I feel like the entire stadium was just ready to explode, and exploded.
Nice.
Which was a fun it was a
Nice.
fun time. There was no like baseball like nervousness whatsoever. We were just
Yeah.
relaxed.
That's
in
gonna
the
be very
sun,
different.
Sunday, beautiful day.
Yeah, I'm actually going tomorrow. So it sucks
Corbin
because
Burns.
I have a really negative feeling. Yeah, Corbin Burns and then Adam Warren, first ever MLB
But-
start.
It's not Adam Warren, buddy.
What'd I say?
Will Warren.
Will
Warren.
Warren, I'm sorry.
Adam
You know
Warren's
what I
a
mean.
reliever from
Adam Warren.
2013. Throwback.
Yeah, man, I just have a little. I know it's crazy, but it's like they have to lose one game. And this is so negative. This is a terrible way to start off the.
But like this is the
the-
mindset you have going into every Yankee game you go to.
That's true. But no, but
you'll
for
find
Corbin
something to be
Burns-
negative about.
That's true. But Corbin Burns is probably like this might be the person who's like finally puts like a stop to that like crazy offensive brigade. But I do want to kind of talk about this stuff. So I guess let's kind of get into it. First off, obviously, we're just gonna skip over the fact that we missed a lot of stuff and didn't really hop on. It's your favorite absentee podcasters, so yeah, I mean, just be happy we're back. We're here. We're talking some baseball with you guys, talking some Yanks. So, where do you kind of want to start? I guess I want to. Not talk about the offseason because I don't think we even did, and that's kind
What's
of
the point at this point?
yeah. What's the point? I guess I'll skip through spring training headlines.
Well,
I
if
guess
anyone
we'll start
missed
with
it,
opening.
Soto signed with the Mets.
No, I think they know. I think they know.
Should this be our reaction? Okay. Well, yeah. they
No,
might know.
no. Soto signs with Mets. We should just have like a big.
What?
That would actually be a really funny headline if it was just Soto signs with Mets and both of our faces like this.
Released March 31st. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I want to start. And I want to talk about this offense. I guess that's kind of the obvious place to start.
Yeah,
I
we
guess the
traded for
first
Cody
question
Bellinger.
would be. Yeah, I guess the first question would be: are you happier with this lineup construction than you were last year? I guess that's a great place to start.
Wow. A
Look
little
at that.
pepperoni?
Dusting off the
No,
old,
I don't think so.
No,
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
put-
Well, good question. But so here's how I look at things. I feel like I have too many like other people's opinions that I've heard to have my own opinion, which really sucks. So like, this year I really want to like not listen to any other Yankee pods before we record, so I don't have like I'm fine. Like I'd rather, if I could, in a perfect world, I would take in all the information and then form my own opinion. But I feel like at this point my brain cannot form my own opinion when I listen to other people's
Small
opinions
brain.
first.
Yeah.
No, it's small brain capacity stuff. I'm admitting to it. But so it's hard to like fully think on my own whether I like this lineup better or not. But I do feel like again, maybe I'm brainwashed already, but I feel like this lineup is more balanced than it was last year. I look back at some of the lineups last year, like for example, when I was making the lineup graphic for opening day, the lineup I had to delete was the lineup from last year, some like August game from last year, and it was, I don't remember the names, but it was like very top heavy, as you probably all remember. Judge, Soto, a few bats at the top, and then it was just guys you probably couldn't name were on the Yankees last year. And then this year, I feel like we have a lot more excitement. We have a lot more guys up and down the lineup. I know you're not a fan of him, but Jazz I've been high on, starting off hot. I feel like also this weekend scoring 38 runs or whatever, kind of, maybe if you asked me that question before the season started,
Yeah.
I would have a different take on it. But it does feel long. It does feel like everyone could put the ball in play. It does feel like a lot more longer at bats towards the end of the lineup. Like Ben Rice, he has a great eye. He has a great feel for the batter's box. Like he knows what he's doing up there. He's putting up professional at bats at like the 8 hole, like, which I'm completely.
Can I just
with.
stop you right there so I can just address something and I'll let you continue? But like a lot of these guys, and this is kind of devil's advocate, these are a lot of the same players. So are you saying they've gotten dramatically better? Like, think about how many players are returning from this lineup.
Well,
like, it's not like it's a completely new team. Yes, there's additions of Goldie, there's additions of Bellinger, but it's a lot of the same players.
If you look at every single position, I think the Yankees have upgraded at every single position. Like, we can go around the diamond. Like, right field, I think Judge is a better hitter than Soto. Center field,
yeah.
Bellinger.
Better hitter
Judge
than
was
Judge?
in center, I guess.
This is downgrade.
Fine.
This is not working
there,
now.
Downgrade. One downgrade. Left field, Dominguez versus Verdugo. I have a better feeling of Dominguez at the plate than Verdugo at the plate.
These words
we have
you're
to see
using.
it first.
Yeah.
Well, the season just started. We haven't I feel like more than 50% of people would agree with me that Dominguez in the batter's box is a scarier at bat than Verdugo at the plate. Third base, Oswaldo over who? Who played third? DJ? Oswaldo himself.
Oswaldo.
Maybe we're even, maybe a little better. Oswaldo maybe getting better. He's better than DJ. Shortstop, Volpe. Gotta think he's better. Second base, Jazz over Bleacher.
wait. Why? Devil's advocate. Why is Volpe better? Like, than last year?
Volpe, well, technically, like, you know, 23-year-old, 24-year-old, one more year under the belt, one more year under watching MLB pitching. You hope he's better.
Okay.
If not, at worst case scenario, he's the same. Second base, I take Jazz over Glaber. First base, I take Goldie over Rizzo. Catcher, I take Wells over Trevino. DH is an interesting one. Stanton's still here. We got to wait for him. But, you know, like, all across the diamond, I feel like 3 or 4 upgrades over previous positions, which brings me to my answer that I do think this lineup is better.
I do feel... I don't really want to say a new energy because, like, I don't think it's a new energy because I remember last year, and it's crazy. It feels like such a short time ago. I remember watching that first Soto game in Houston, and I was like, this year feels different.
That was
like,
new
I remember
energy.
saying that. But, like, this also feels like new energy. Like, it feels like I felt like last year... What?
I was going to say maybe every opening day feels like new energy, but go on.
Yeah, no, definitely that. But I feel like last year was really like... Let's let the guys do it. Like Judge, Soto, these are the big boys. They need to come through in the big spots. Like right now, and I know we're 3 games in. This is very ridiculous talk for a sport that has a very long, very long run time here.
Longest season.
I think it's a more team. It has a more team oriented feel. Like they're using their bench. They have guys hitting in the 8-hole. Ben Rice, Austin Wells, the catcher, is leading off. Paul Goldschmidt's leading off. Like it feels like it's more of a team feel, I guess, than it was last year. And I know it's kind of ridiculous to have these conversations. Maybe I'm just a little bit excited as a Yankee fan, but it does have that kind of feel to it so far. I've only really watched 2.5 games, so I know it's a little crazy. And what Ken's saying, yeah, I'm a little hype. I'm a Yankee fan. New start of the year, that probably plays a factor as well. But something feels a little different, man. And going into this year, we were so clowned. I feel like we were just really disrespected, and even a little bit of self-deprecation as well. We were like, are we really ever going to beat this Dodgers team? Like, is this? And then we just see them all off season, like making move after move, and we're like, oh Jesus, like this is, we're running it back at the best, if not, like losing to the Orioles and in the division series or something like that, right? And now it feels like, hey, like maybe we can battle as a team. Garrett Cole being out really doesn't help us, but it's baseball, man. It's a long season, so you never know. But it feels good.
Yeah,
It feels really good to open that strong.
Yeah, it's a statement to the league, and I think Cole. Yeah, like if you were to bring, let's say we like ask each other what the biggest question mark on this team is, I would probably say starting pitching, but
Yeah,
I feel like
maybe.
bullpen,
But
you
with
never
Cole,
know,
it was
but
the
it's-
best rotation in base. Wait, but you said like when we got freed and it was Cole and Rodon, you were like, this is the best rotation in baseball. So now Cole's out.
Losing
It's
Cole.
a big question mark. Like
Cole and Heel gone, and Schmidt gone at the start of the season. Tough.
yeah,
That's
bad.
3/5 of your rotation. Like
I'm not so
Oh.
upset about Schmidt.
Schmidt's a solid pitcher.
No, I
Schmidt will
know,
give
but I'm
you
more.
160 innings of 3.5.
That's true. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Your point?
Well, no. Well, what I'm saying is, with the American League being so weak, the Yankees can compete with anyone. Maybe I was like a little worried that like they got there last year and they lost Soto. Like the feeling that as Yankee fans we had of like we had our best season with the best tandem hitters ever, and we lost in 5 to the Dodgers. How are we ever like gonna get back to the like we're in a depression mode, and I feel like I was a little worried that the players might also drag that on a little bit, that World Series loss. But it feels like watching these interviews and whatnot that these guys are as hungry as last year to get back to the World Series. Like they have this like goal as a team to like we're getting back to where we just came from, which
and that's
nice to hear.
Yeah, and that's all leadership right there. Like that mindset, that's Boone, that's Judge, like that's Cole. Obviously he's injured, but he's still a leader. Like that's those guys being like, all right, like back to that grind, you know? Yeah. All right. Do you want to? I don't know if I want to talk about the bats yet. I think this is one of the stupidest things of all time. Like, maybe let's talk about the pitching first a little bit, and then we'll kind of go into some extracurriculars and stuff. I know we kind of already started, but what were your thoughts on Rodon? Obviously, then great. He's gonna have the best year of all time.
Sharp Cy Young candidate. I mean,
oh, there it is.
Okay. Well, here's my analysis. When he first came over, I would say, a little too optimistic. I put my hand up for that one. Like honestly, I was probably hyping him up more than he should have been. But I was very optimistic about the fact that he had one of the best fastballs and one of the best sliders, 2 pitches that were top 5 in run value in 2022. So I was very high on Rodon with just those 2 pitches. And then we saw him get lit up a little. He was hurt, blah, blah, blah. We had the worries. We had the worry birds that are coming out of Isaac saying 2 pitches. Like, these are major league hitters. However good these 2 pitches are, you're going to run into a wall from time to time. Now in 2025, we see a Carlos Rodon who's mixing it up with 5 to 6 pitches. He broke out a cutter last year at the end of the year, which worked well for him. He got a lot of ground balls. Now he's working in a sinker. Now that changeup is looking like a legit, like something that could probably rival his slider in some cases. When his sliders to take it down, and that changeup, he can get swing and misses. He can get ground balls on.
And that's Matt Blake, by the way.
He's legitimately using like 5 to 6 pitches, which is insane from where we came from a couple years ago, where Rodon was the poster child for 2-pitch pitcher.
Yeah, and I think that's all credit, obviously, to Rodon. You gotta give the guy credit too, but I think that's Matt Blake. Like, introducing those, like the changeup has been his kind of the changeup cutter
insane.
combo
it's so nice.
That's been all Matt Blake. Like, dude, what a sneaky find by the Yankees, and people always, and myself included, always kind of shit on the Yankees like analytics department, like the higher ups making these types of decisions, but like hiring Matt Blake was like all-time decision. Like, I always hear people, Yankee fans, always kind of criticizing the Yankees front office and Brian Cashman and stuff, but like they make great hires. Like, they really do make great hires. They have great people, and eventually when you surround yourself with enough good people, you get good results, right? And I guess that might be a good segue into the torpedo bat situation. I do want to talk about some more hitting, but I guess I'll just start off with, this is so stupid. So stupid. If it was anyone else other than the Yankees, they wouldn't be talking about it. you move the barrel down a couple inches and now it's cheating. Like I just can't even. Like it's so stupid that no one's thought of this really before a couple years ago in the like hundred years of baseball that no one's thought to move the barrel like a couple inches down. But I just really can't stand the people who are like Dave Portnoy and all these fucking like dumbass podcasts where they get on there like, oh, it's the Yankees, they're cheating, like this is a big scandal, bat gate, torpedo gate. Like, dude, stop. Like you're obviously just trying to get clicks and stuff. I get it. I know how the media cycle works and shit. But like, I don't know. I think it's really smart, and I think everyone else in the MLB has the ability to do the same. So like, if you're a guy that gets jammed a lot and you move the barrel down, and those jammed two hoppers to short turn into line drives over the shortstop's head, great. Like pitchers have so much tech and so much stuff that they utilize to make themselves better, and gain an advantage. Like why not? It's time hitters had something, because first off, everyone wants to see more home runs. Everyone wants to see hitting. No one wants to see these long, boring ass pitching duels. Other than people who are, maybe a little more, into the analytics and more actual baseball fans. But the casual fan, which is something that the MLB needs, enjoys watching a game with a lot of offense, right? You just went to the stadium with a couple people who I assume weren't huge Yankee/baseball fans, right? And they were probably like, "This is fucking awesome! Like we're celebrating all these hits and home runs, and there's juice in the stadium. Like that comes from offense, right?" So moving the barrel of a baseball bat down a couple inches, like in the legal requirement of the MLB, and they first got it approved by the MLB. Like, what's the problem? Like, I really don't understand. Any other team could have done this. So I don't understand why this is such a big deal. I mean, I do. It's because of the Yankees, but like, so stupid.
And they have been doing it since last year. Like Lindor's been like the people have been using this bat, and
yep.
I mean, it's kind of funny. I love that the 20-run game is when they talked about on the broadcast for the first time. That was like I don't
why?
know, like that's kind of funny.
No, they definitely did that on purpose. Yes.
Like like that. But yeah, like Michael Kay knew exactly what he was doing. He started a fire by bringing that up.
Son of a bitch.
20-run game, but I think I'm interested to see the cat and mouse game from like everyone moving their barrel. Well, like first of all, I love that these bats aren't just like they're moving the barrel closer to the label. It's literally designated for every hitter as to where they hit the ball. But like, I love that aspect of it. Like, that's just really cool. Like, that's really cool. Like, I heard comparisons to like getting golf clubs fitted. Like, it's very like, it's very cool that they're like, maybe some people want handles bigger, like a Bryson DeChambeau. Like, this could get really fun. But I'm interested to see how pitchers are going to react to this, and if they're going to work hitters differently depending on what type of bats they're using. And this whole cat and mouse, because like you're just going to have to keep making adjustments. That's why pitchers were going in, because that's not where the barrel was, to jam hitters. Now you can't really, if you can't jam hitters, are you going to try to get them on the top? Like it's going to get really interesting, which I think is great for baseball.
All-time big dick quote from Aaron Judge too. Just like, I think I'm doing
my
just
numbers
fine.
Speak for themselves.
That's crazy. Like, I mean, I love that from him. I love that for him. Like, just like, hey, why do I need?
Not a very Judgian quote.
I know. I mean, imagine
like,
Judge,
I was
but
surprised
like,
to see that.
But then you saw that home run he hit on Sunday. He pulled his hands in so far. He doesn't get jammed. Like, he's like, why would I need that? And
like, his barrel is exactly where he hits the ball. Like, it's fine.
Exactly. Like, he doesn't have this problem of barreling the ball. The whole point is he gets so much barrel contact. He literally just puts a barrel on anything and it flies out of the freaking stadium. And then he's too big, so outside he can just reach for the outside, but inside he'll just pull the hands in because he has lightning hands. Like, dude, I love that quote from him. But yeah, I wonder if any players will do like put the barrel more towards the end of the bat, even more. Like, just put like a massive lump towards the end of the bat or something. Or I don't know. I agree. I think it's gonna be really interesting to see kind of all the intricacies of the game. Like, that's what we love about baseball. Mm-hmm. Like, you see a guy like, how about like the scouting report for Anthony Volpe in like by the end of the years, like he has the closest barrel to his hands of any bat in the MLB. Yeah. So only throwing him outside pitches. Yeah, only getting outside pitches. And then Volpe like decides, okay, now I'm moving up in the plate. And then they attack him back inside again, and he moves off the plate. Like, there's going to be so much of that kind of stuff going on.
changing bats mid-game depending on what pitchers you're facing. If someone's throwing if someone's known as a guy who
Some
throws a
mosquito
bunch
here.
of sliders away, like that's his out pitch, then you might want a
Yeah.
normal bat. But if someone's known for their two-seam sinker, then you might want a different bat. You might want a torpedo bat. Like people could really have fun with this.
So how do you think that happened? Where Stanton, they say Stanton got injured from using a torpedo bat. How does that make any sense? We're talking about like a 6'5" specimen of an athlete, and
I
the
think
weight
that
was
was just
shifted down. Stop. Wait, let me finish. The weight was shifted down 2 inches. The barrel was shifted down 2 inches. Now both of his elbows don't work. Like, come on, what are we talking about here? I saw that today, and I'm like,
I think
it really pissed me off. There's a fucking mosquito in here.
so. I read that article, and I think that article came to light because John Boy or someone famous started talking about it. And I read that article, and I think that guy was just literally grasping it. I don't think he was just throwing it out there that, okay, like he might maybe it was the torpedo bat that got him hurt, and then now because torpedo bats are such a big thing, that's just like becoming like the torpedo bat hurt his. But I don't think that's like
fair.
nothing came from the Yankees camp that said like he hurt his elbows because of this. Like this one reporter was like maybe it was the torpedo bats.
Oh,
Which I don't
okay.
think
That makes
anyone's
more
on.
sense. That makes more sense. All right. Is that all we have to say, and then we can never talk about this again?
Yeah. I mean,
Any other interesting
do you want to
takes?
talk about it more? Like,
I have
I'm
nothing
all set,
else.
really. I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
But that's
Like-
about it.
Anything that draws more interest to the game, I just like. Like, even if it's at the Yankees' expense, it's just good for the game. Like, it's good that if this were the Yankees or the Dodgers, or even like the Red Sox or some like big organization, like it's just good for the game to have like a little bit of drama based off stuff. And like, really stupid that McGill was like making those comments. Really stupid that he was making those comments, but it helps fire things up. Like, that's good. Like, we need that in baseball. Like, a lot of people think it's a boring sport. Like, let's get some fire going. I think that's great.
And apparently so I saw online that apparently there's like not just torpedo bats, but like just a bunch of different types of bats. You know those bats that have like no knob and like it's just like literally like a slab of wood, one that like McNeil or whatever uses. So apparently they just have like a bunch of different styles of bats in the back at the batting cages, and players are like free to like practice or try them out like whatever they want. And these torpedo bats have been like sitting available for players to use since like early last year. And Bellinger was talking about how he had it available at the Cubs facility, but literally no one wanted to use torpedo bats. But just because the Yankees' 20-run outburst coincided with the Yes Network talking about the torpedo bats, now this is like literally
a big thing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The biggest story ever. But
all right. I think we left out a few guys on offense that I wanted to kind of just go back to quick. First guy I wanted to talk about, and I wish that I had got on this podcast and talked about it beforehand, is Paul Goldschmidt. I think people going into the year are not as excited.
Validate
just interrupt me. That's fine. No, just talk over me.
And I'm just going to validate your statements
on
on Paul Goldschmidt because you did tell me personally, not on the podcast, but you did tell me about this before the season started. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So I think a lot of people, when they saw the Paul Goldschmidt, deal, what was it, like 1 year, 12 mil, they were like, oh yeah, washed up Paul Goldschmidt, blah blah blah. You got to remember, he is one bad year. And the previous year, he was an MVP candidate. Like this guy's legit. Like I really don't think people actually valued Paul Goldschmidt for what he is. A lot of people think he's too old. Like I think I backed this up. I drafted him on both of my fantasy teams because I think like new environment, new professional organization. Like I think Paul Goldschmidt just kind of looks like a Yankee to me. And if I remember correctly, a couple years ago, he's a guy where he is still capable of 900 OPS type of guy. He's still capable of like when it feels like every night Paul Goldschmidt's like 2 for 4, 3 for 4. Like it's crazy. He's such a talented hitter. And especially hitting in front of or behind Aaron Judge, like, dude, I think he's going to absolutely kill it this year. Even if he, like, even if he regresses more, which I don't really see him doing, like he's still a solid MLB player, solid bat. I think the upside is tremendous for Paul Goldschmidt, and that's why I put the faith in him. I drafted him on both my teams. Like I think this guy's going to be an absolute stud this year. That's one person I want to talk about. I'll get your thoughts on him, and then we'll go to another guy. But yeah, I'm super high on Paul Goldschmidt. And I've been telling everyone I am too.
Yeah, I'll just ask
Fits
you this:
the breed.
do you like him as a leadoff hitter?
I have no idea. I honestly, when I saw that, I blinked twice and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like Paul Goldschmidt leading off, but I mean, then he homered. So like, I guess like, dude, if this is how he feels comfortable, I don't care. Like he is a potential. Like, he always works a good count. He's a veteran bat. He's very calm, not influenced by the moment. He's like DJ LeMahieu, like in terms of like personality. He's very kind of like stoic. Like, dude, I don't know. Like, if he can work the count and get some stress going for the pitcher, I love it. I don't really care if he's hitting like fifth either. Like, I think he's a great fifth, sixth hitter as well. But I mean, fuck it, put him in the leadoff situation. He's gonna get on base. You know, I don't know. I didn't really have that on my bingo card this year. But whatever. If he performs, he performs.
Yeah, I prefer him not being in the leadoff spot. Just because I think he's such a quality professional at bat that has driven in as many runs as anyone could in our era. And if he was sitting behind Judge and Belly, I think I'd like that better. But who knows? Like, this leadoff spot's going to be an interesting name every time we look at it. I think it's going to be a little.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's been that way for a while. We haven't had a good leadoff hitter since Gardy, by the way.
DJ
for a couple of years. Yeah. That's true, actually. Yeah, what am I saying? What about Wellesley? What do you think about Wells in the leadoff?
I like Wellesley more in the leadoff spot than I do Belly or Goldie, just because he does get on base a lot, and I do like the lefty, and then having Judge second instead of third and Belly third. I like that better. But I don't know. I don't like who's next. We got like probably the favorite to come up next is
Dominguez?
Belly, Jazz, Dominguez, Volpe. I mean, Boone was talking about the night before he put Goldie first, he was between Goldie and Volpe, and he ended up with Goldie, and it worked. So you just kept
Volpe.
riding. I don't know, like
Volpe has to win me back a little bit. You know, that's
he's
how
a little
I feel
down.
about him. Yeah, I mean, I also think he's gonna have a decent year. But I don't know about the leadoff, man. He had a lot of run. He had a lot of run at the leadoff last year. He really did get a lot of at bats. And he didn't do much, if I remember. He really didn't do much.
He didn't. He got too many pitches in the zone.
What?
He doesn't like that. He doesn't like getting attacked.
Yeah.
He feels very overwhelmed.
Well, he gets jammed all the time, but not anymore. So.
No. I
don't
like
know.
Glaber.
Yeah. Our boy Glaber got injured. I drafted him too.
I know.
He got
hit
injured
a
on a
home run
home
and
run.
got injured. But did you see that swing? It did look a little awkward. Like he was like stepping out of the batter's box, and then he threw.
Yeah.
The guy threw him like a pitch like 6 inches off the plate inside, and he took it out. Yamamoto, I think it was.
Isn't that crazy?
Poor Glaber.
That someone we know or played with in high school is now friends with Glaber?
We talking about Volpe?
No.
Oh, you're talking about Jahan.
Dude, Jahan and Volpe are probably boys.
So do you know that he's friends with Glaber? That's a.
I mean,
you skipped over
infielders,
plays with
or,
Glaber.
I mean,
you went right to friends with Glaber.
They gotta be boys, dude. They have to be boys.
Maybe.
No.
It's possible. Gio and Glaber are back together on the Tigers.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about You want to talk? I mean, we kind of already covered Belly. I'm not really sure what I'm getting from Belly yet. I think it's again a lot of upside.
A lot more.
If
you know
you've
what else
noticed,
Belly?
yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say that the announcers keep calling him Clay. Tough weekend for Michael K. Michael K. I love Michael K. He's losing it. Him and what's his name? Oh my God, Paul O'Neill. Paul O'Neill. They keep calling him Clay. And they don't correct each other.
Is it a bit or is it like?
No, dude. And Michael K. Even on his show, even on the Michael K. show, he calls him Clay, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, Cody," like all the time. So just a little
Let's clean it
fun
up a
fact
little
there.
bit, please.
Anyway,
Anyway, he's a lot more like grindy, annoying at bat than I thought he might have been. Watching him for the first 3 games, he's a lot more put it in play with 2 strikes, foul off tough pitches, and just put the ball in play at the end of the day kind of guy than I thought he was. Like, he has such a uppercut golf driver swing when you watch his highlights that I didn't know he had that tool in the bag as well, which sack flies, he didn't go crazy, but had a couple nice hits. He's exceeding expectations so far. And that play in center field, by the way, on Sunday went way back. His infield, his ability to play first and center, left, right is kind of nice. Great.
Yeah,
pickup.
I
Do you
like
even
the
remember who we
versatility.
gave up to get Belly?
No idea.
Exactly. What a trade.
Who did we give up?
You know who we gave up? Cody Poteet.
Are we paying his full contract too?
Yeah, that's the main reason why we got him for so cheap.
By the way, when I'm going
Cody
to the
Poteet.
stadium tomorrow, Cody
Mhm.
Poteet. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And he got released already, so.
Jeez, tough for Cody. Other Cody.
The Pote.
Did you try any of the new food in Yankee Stadium? By the way, I was gonna ask you that at the top, but I forgot.
I wish I did, but there was 5 of us, and we shared the chicken bucket, and it was the most enjoyment I had out of a chicken bucket ever. So every time I get this chicken bucket, I'm very disappointed because it's just too much of the same, and it's just regular chicken tenders and fries. However, when you split it with 5 people, you get like 1.5 tenders and a few fries, and when you're hungry and it's everything else is like $25. And you're splitting this $25 chicken bucket amongst 5 people. It's $5 a person. The enjoyment really boosts up, and I had a good time with the chicken bucket.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So no tiramisu bucket?
No tiramisu bucket. No. I was about to order this margarita they had for $25. But I thought it was like a shareable margarita. It looked like in the picture it was like some fancy, like big looking, like tall cup of margarita. I was like, okay, we could share this. I was about to order it. And then she picks up like this tiny cup that looked like half a regular sized cup. And I was like, okay, got a beer. The beer's great, $17 expensive, but
Jesus,
I didn't try the new.
Yeah,
shit.
I think tomorrow me and Kat are gonna do a little food review. Maybe we'll post it on the Bleacher Boys channel.
You gotta get that.
I don't
on
know
the
if you're
story.
interested in that. Yeah, or you want to do a YouTube video?
Oh, if you want to send me the clips, I'll cook it up real quick.
Yeah, we'll do a little part 2 of that. Trying some new Yankee Stadium food. I went over the list with her, and she wants the chicken tender hot dog, and I want the tiramisu. We'll do the electric Yankee Stadium lemonade, and then maybe the empanadas. I think the empanadas looked really good, but I'm not sure. But maybe we'll do a little stadium tour. But that's gonna run me. Like that's gonna actually be like $120 for all of that. So just
how much is a tiramisu? Like $15?
Probably more.
Is it like a special tiramisu? I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's just like a tiramisu in a helmet cup. You know the ones they serve the.
Oh yeah, the ice cream cups.
I just have to try it. It just looks so good, and I I have a sweet tooth of that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
What are the chances all the food is worth the price?
Very low. That price is stupid.
Okay.
Like I eat in Manhattan a lot now. Like I eat lunch in Manhattan. Obviously, I go drinking in Manhattan a lot. Yankee Stadium is more expensive than that. Like most times in Manhattan, like a beer $12 to $15, like 17 to 20. Like some of the beers in Yankee Stadium are $20. That's insane. Like that's just stupid. Like it makes me just not want to drink there. Like they could probably get me
more money. If they priced it at like 11, 12, maybe they might buy 2 and it's 24 instead of 117.
Maybe they don't want people to get too drunk. I don't know. Like if there was like $12 beers, I'd probably have 3. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
I'd probably have 3. So I don't know why they don't do that. But all right, anything else Yankees related you want to talk about? You want to talk about the Airbender? You want to talk about any of the bullpen?
Airbender, scary ninth. Don't know if I need it. I liked watching Leiter. That guy's a cute fella. He looks a little interesting on the mound. It does proportionally, like he doesn't look like a dominating
Very
pitcher.
disproportionate. Yeah.
Little interesting, like the fit on the pants. I don't know what it is about him, but doesn't look like the I'm not trying to diss him here, but he doesn't look like.
It kind of sounds like you're dissing him.
It doesn't like if you think of an athlete, that's not who you think about. But anyway,
Wow.
love that he's looking great. Big loopy curveball, which reminds me of myself. Big splitter out pitch reminds me of myself. Doesn't really show much emotion like that. Luke Weaver, nice to see you back up there. Fernando Cruz, a little wild, but a nice splitter I saw of a sword. Anything else? These Brewers suck. I need to see these Yankees play like a legitimate team to see how we fare against like good pitching, good sound baseball team. Not this like Cleveland Guardians baseball where they just tap it to the left field, the left side of the infield, run as hard as you can, try to steal every base. I don't know. The Brewers aren't a real baseball team.
You don't think Arizona will be a good indication of that?
I think Arizona will be a great indication. They had surprisingly the best offense last year in all of baseball. They scored the most amount of runs.
They really?
Yeah, had the highest team OPS. Like they had the best offense, which runs per game, everything. So
That's
surprisingly, Eugenio Suarez, player of the week last week with Aaron Judge. He's coming into town.
Corbin Burns is going to be a real test. Corbin Burns is going to be a great test for this offense. I'm excited
I just looked this
to
up.
kind of see it.
Corbin Burns against the Yankees. 3 starts. First start, 8 innings shutout. Second start, 6 innings, 2 runs. His latest start, 5 innings, 1 run. In total, 19 innings pitched, 3 earned runs against the Yankees.
Jesus.
That's an ERA of 1.42
tough
for
day.
those kind of calculate.
It's going to be a tough day at the stadium tomorrow. Like I you know what I mean? Will Warren going, and we obviously don't have good numbers
Warren's
against Corbin.
stuff.
Yeah, but MLB debut, dude. Like, come on, like.
Not a debut. He pitched last year.
Did he really?
Will Warren? I mean, I would be more excited to see Will Warren when I go than Cookie Carrasco, who pitches the next day.
I guess. Yeah, it's gonna be a test. It's gonna be a test. I'm excited to see the at bats. I told Kat that I said I told her like, oh, it's probably gonna be a really kind of a snooze fest. Like it'd be a great pitching matchup. She was
Tell her to bring a couple blankets.
Yeah, you think it's gonna be cold?
That's not a joke. Like it was nice during the day, but like 7th, 8th, 9th, like it got real cold.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have went. We should have went on Saturday. Like, Saturday was the day.
Saturday was the day. Game logs 20. So he had a 10.32 ERA last year. He started 5 games last year with the Yankees.
Really?
One
I do not remember a single one.
4 innings, 4 runs. 3 innings, 5 runs. 5 innings, 2 runs. 4 innings, 8 runs. 5 innings, 4 runs.
So what you're telling me is it might be terrible loss tomorrow.
What I'm telling you is he must have really improved from last year.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, guys, I think we're gonna try to be more regular with the schedule. I know we say that every time. If there are still people out there,
should we try like reversing that and saying like just confessing that we might not be back until like July, and then like maybe that will make us consistent.
Interesting. Reverse psychology. I like it.
I don't know. I feel like we have to. I feel a little weird at this point saying every time, "Welcome back, guys. I haven't seen you in 3 months." Oh,
how about we commit? How about we commit Ken to next week hopping on? How about that? Or in a couple days?
Yeah. Well, as I told you over our iMessage chat, Mondays at 8 p.m. record works perfectly for me, unless I'm in a late Rocket League tournament that drags on until 8:30.
That's tough.
But 8 to 8:30.
That's tough.
I'm here.
Okay. Alrighty. I want to still do a bats of the week. I want to find some good ones to do. I actually would do it right now or tomorrow, but I need to find some good at bats to do. So, got any suggestions? Leave it in the comments to Kevin Rooney. But if
Kevin Rooney,
yeah,
he's gonna be sending you just like Juan Soto clips over and over.
Yeah, it's tough. All right. Well, that was that. drop a like, subscribe if you're still here. We actually have some other content to release, the outside Yankee Stadium stuff I don't know why we can't just post that clip. We already have it, right? Like, why can't we just post that? I think we can post it, right, Ken? Why don't we post it right now?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right.
You guys want to see me post it?
I think they need the evidence of seeing you click the upload.
I'm not sure if I'm logged
drive?
into Bleacher Boys Media. No, to Bleacher Boys Media Instagram.
That's tough. To the Instagram?
I gotta see, man. Oh, I'm in.
The YouTube or the Instagram?
No, YouTube. I'm in. I keep checking that for the money, but for this, I'm in.
All right, sick. Make some posts.
Oh, you know what I was thinking?
What?
Well, like, if this is gonna become reality or not is to be determined. But I was thinking, because I haven't given you and all your guys' share of the Bleacher Boys Media YouTube channel earnings, I was thinking it could fund our food review vlog at Yankee Stadium, and we can dip into that earnings.
That's what
for like $200 of food at Yankee Stadium. That is not what Kat said.
I guarantee you that's what she said. She said, haven't you guys made any money off the
that
videos?
Is not what
and I said, Ken's gatekeeping all the money. She said, can we use it to get food tomorrow? I said, yeah.
No, you two get your own food.
She said, put it on the card.
You and Ollie. Okay, well, she half said it then. Because me, you, and Ollie go, and when we like fully make a video out of it, I will invest.
You will invest. Okay.
No, you don't seem to love.
All right,
that
buddy.
idea,
Why don't you buy me some? You said you were gonna buy me some shit. When's that coming?
Yeah, I was gonna buy you. I was gonna actually buy you.
Don't tell me
some
what you
Malbone
were
stuff.
gonna buy me.
Okay. Well, no, I was going to, but then you like, what? I was buying. I have it in the cart still. You stopped it from
press
happening.
Order.
Why? You stopped it from happening.
Why?
Because you're like, don't tell me. I don't want it. I'll think of something better then.
What?
Don't worry.
No, I know. Malbone's good. I like Malbone.
No, but I do like the idea of gifting you, like, gifts instead of just cash.
That's fair, because it's not that much cash. If it was over $1,000 bucks,
not
like,
exactly.
I'd be like, yeah.
Exactly. Well, yeah, obviously. Like anything, if we reach over like $500, and I'll start paying you in cash.
All right, perfect. All right, that was that. I'm gonna go record some other stuff.
For that to happen,
Ken's gonna get this out,
record,
and then Ken's gonna get
at bats of the week. You'll get those gifts quicker and quicker. Just saying.
Perfect. Ken's gonna upload that other thing in person stadium, and we will see you guys next time, I guess.